You alright? I've just put some casual clothes on, a bit cold. Someone's walking over my grave, they're talking about me. It's now 3 p.m. in the afternoon, Monday, the 10th of the 6th. Okay, so perspective is everything. So, I'm in an HMO, having a mental breakdown, going a bit crazy, say locked myself in the room. This is their perspective, because they're pretending I'm not really who I say I am. Okay, so they're concerned about my mental health. They want me locked up. They're going to phone the police. They're going to call the judge and get a court order on me because I'm mentally ill. And they're concerned about my welfare because they care about humanity. They care about me. I asked a support worker on Wednesday and told him I've got no food and no money, and he said he was going to send me a voucher on Thursday. And it's now Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days, and I still have had given no food and no support. So they want to support me with getting me mentally locked up because psychologically they're going crazy and all they can think about is, oh my God, we've got to get her out of here. But they're not actually thinking about my well-being and my health, because would you not, as a support worker or somebody who owned a property of an HMO, if I was caring for a lady who I was saying was crazy, I would be making sure, has she got plenty of food and water? That's the main thing. Just leave her in there. She's not causing any harm to anyone, but has she got food and water? Is this woman okay? Just give her some food and water, leave her alone. She's not going to hurt anyone. We've got her on all the cameras. She can't fart without us knowing. There's cameras in the bathroom, there's cameras in the kitchen, the neighbours are on standby. We've seen her this morning standing outside having a coffee and a cigarette. We've watched her take the bins out. We've watched her do the washing on Saturday. She seems mentally okay. What I'm worried about as a support worker of humanitarian issues, I'm a support worker now, put my support worker role on, so I'm coming in as a support worker. Has this woman got food and water in that bedroom that she's locked herself in? When did she lock herself in the bedroom and ignoring all of you lot since last Monday? So she's been locked in a bedroom for 7 days, refusing to come out, saying you're going to kill her and you lot are human trafficking her. And that she's not scared of you, but she's proving a point because she says she's a prophet from God, an anointed one. So she's saying she's anointed, so she's got rights. You can't do anything and you're frightened to death of her. And you're going to the judge to tell the judge what, sorry? Okay, the judge's first question is going to be, does this woman have plenty of food and water in the house? Is she looked after? How are you supporting this woman in your HMO that you're making £850 a month for her living there, that you haven't seen her for 5 weeks when she told you she was gang stalked and you said she's crazy, but you didn't know whether she was dead or alive for 4 weeks? And you had a phone. Why didn't you check every week supporting her and say, hey Kat, just me, you've missed an appointment today, it's, I'm just checking up on you because we get paid £850 a month for this job to make sure you're okay in our HMO property with the fire doors left open in case there's a fire, you've got no insurance. You want to do 3D door? I'll do 3D door. I'm a support worker. I know how this works. I've done this for years. So your fire doors are open. The back door keeps getting left open. The windows are open. This woman says she's being gang stalked and she's scared of her life. So if she's having a mental breakdown and damaging your property by opening the blinds so people can see in, this is a bit weird. It's not adding up. Is this woman actually who she says she is, do you think? Do you think she is anointed? So, as a judge and as a humanitarian activating person, does this woman have food? Does she need anything? Would she like us to get a packet of cigarettes? Maybe that might calm her down if you're saying she's this mentally ill. Shall I get her some cigarettes? Do you think we should go and get her maybe a basket of food, maybe some fruit and veg? If she's saying that you're poisoning her food, should we get her something healthy to eat? Maybe she doesn't want to eat the processed tin food because that is poison crap food that's made like space food. Maybe this woman just needs some grapes, a packet of cigarettes, and some peace that might give her peace of mind a bit. Is she really crazy? Is this mental illness or is this truth? It sounds stranger than fiction, so I think it's more truth than it is. It can't be. This has been going on since 2011. Her husband did this to her as well. So what you're telling me is, everywhere she goes, everybody's trying to kill her, but I've seen her on camera, I've watched her online, I've listened to her talk, she's very mentally compos mentis, and actually I'm finding her quite an intelligent, sexy, attractive woman, really, to be quite honest with you. I'm trying to wonder what I think I would quite like her on my team. I think I might hire her as a judge. She seems to know what she's doing. In fact, we have people in jobs in the police station called Psychic Investigators. She's solved more murders than you lot have done in the whole time I've been in the police force, and I've been a judge in the police force for 25 years. This woman is actually a goddamn miracle walking. I think I might have to have a word with her. Do you think we should get her some grapes and some fruit and veg or something? Maybe some salmon, so she could have some fish for her omega-3 brain. I think her brain's all right. I'm not having a problem with this woman in that bedroom. I'm not sending my policemen down to see her. Why would I send police for a woman that we've been watching and surveilling for the last 2 years alone? She's never caused any trouble. In the whole of Birmingham, she was no problem when I watched her in Aston. She was no problem when I watched her in Handsworth. She was no problem when I was watching her in Birmingham City Centre. In the crack house, she solved a lot of murders, and she actually saved a lot of people from killing each other. She was a very sensible member of staff in the Washington Court crack house in B11 opposite the Cube. I watched her every morning. She used to go out for walks and everything. She was very, very helpful to the community, actually. And she used to light up the community when she goes out. Everybody loves her. Well, the good light side too. I've heard some good reports. What do you think of Kat? You know that lass, what do you think about? Oh, she's great. She said this, said that, and she's going to do this. She said she's going to turn us all into saints from sinners. She's all right, that Kat. She's a bit weird, but we like weird. And I'm still sat here in a house where they're supporting me psychologically. They're worried about my mental health. I'm a mental health support worker. Savannah, Sahara Desert. I'm a mental health support worker. Before I came here in May 2022, I had a job, and my job was what? Has anyone done any research on me? Do actually anybody know? Shall I tell them, Judge? I'll tell them what I used to do, because obviously they're a bit flapping about their own identity of what they're going to lose their job. My job was, I used to work in a place called Self. Now, when you used to go in, it had a courtyard, and it had 1 building, 2 buildings, 3 buildings. This building here, 3 separate houses. This building here, a bit like Washington Court, except we cared. Well, I actually cared, no one else did. Everyone else was just there for the money. But we had the first building, which was for the seriously criminally ones who tried to kill his mother, one tried to set fire to people, and they were a little bit, they'd done their time in prison, but they were too dangerous to be let out in the community. They were still tagged. So that was one house. Then we had the other house, which was the mentally ill, not very well and disabled and learning difficulty, crazy kind of paedophiles, some of them. And then at the top house, we had the actual pedo house, which was where the paedophilias were, and they were not allowed on the streets without supervision. We had to take them everywhere with them. I went on the bus with one guy to do a journaling assessment. He was learning to journal. I see the souls and I see what they're thinking. This dude's sitting on the bus for me, week 3. I couldn't keep it in any longer. He's a paedophile. So I'm sitting on the bus and he went, hey, see, no, she's all right, isn't she? I just looked at him. I went, do you know what it is? I said, I can't not say anything anymore, mate. I said, you know what? I said, you're like American Pie. I said, you'd shag anything as long as it's hot. What are you saying that for? I said, because I've watched you. I can see what you're seeing and what you're thinking when you're doing it. I said, you've got to stop this. I said, if you could get arrested for thoughts, I said, you'd be locked in a hole and never get out, mate. I'm sorry, I said, but I'm not, I can't. You're literally going to shag a pie. You would shag anything. So yes, I know about being a support worker, mental health community who's worried about my psychological health. Yeah, I do. And then when COVID hit, I took a job as a carer, as a one-to-one in a care home situation where I've done up to level 3, just level 3. I couldn't be bothered to do the rest because I don't have to be a supervisor. I don't want that label. I like to help the people, not sit in the office ticking boxes with medication. It's not my idea of a job, that really. That's a bit of a lazy, idle shit thing to do. Oh, look, I signed the... I said, take your pills. That's what you do when you're a supervisor manager. It's boring. I like to actually help the people. So I was one-to-one, doing what? Working in a care home with, say, 21 residents. I just used to look after one. I specialised. I was a one-to-one carer for the one that none of the staff could handle because he used to kick off, smash things up, shout abuse and try and kill me on a daily basis because he had severe dementia and he was an angry cat. Or a dog, actually. Very angry. And I used to do that for 12-hour shifts, all during COVID, when everybody was losing it anyway, because you know what COVID was like, don't you, in the mental health industry, doctors, nurses? Yeah, I did that prime time all of 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 years I did that for. With mental health, when you're saying I'm crazy. My mum said I'm crazy. I know you spoke to Sandra. So she's trying to say I'm mentally ill again. Hold on a minute. So Sandra's saying I'm mentally ill and I've got a problem. But she hasn't spoke to me since the 6th of June 2022. She let me run away with a narcissist. I needed mental help. I need locking up. Why hasn't she phoned me? Why hasn't she cared? Where is my family? If my daughter was that mentally ill, I think I probably would have phoned her by now. Hey baby, you okay? Darling, it's your mother. I know you've been arrested by an occult. I'm worried about you. Do you need us to come and help you? Do you need any money? Are you okay? So please put that on the record of your caring system, of your matrix, because my family don't give a shit. The medical people don't give a shit. And if you did, where is my phone calls? Where is my food parcel? Where's your humanitarian care? What you care about is you're going to lose your job. What you care about is your PhD is not worth the paper it's written on. You care about yourself. It's proving today, as this day is going on, 11:18 on the clock. You don't care about my mental health. You don't. You don't. You want to get me so you can harvest off me to use my energy and power, because whose business is this? Where did you get your money from? Get the tax man in and have a look and investigate all of their businesses. I want to know every penny, and I want to know where it's come from. I want receipts for everything. Everything. That's how mentally crazy I am. I know, Judge, we're doing a good job together, aren't we? Yeah, Catherine, I think I'm enjoying watching you. I like the way you work. Good. So that's my support workers report, sir, of what's going on in the system today, of poor little Cat, I'm a support worker and I'm supporting Catherine today. I'm her support worker. I have to have many hats for many people, many personalities I have to work with myself, because nobody's looking after me. So I've been the mother, the father, the ninja, the staff, they're called, and now I'm coming in as a support worker to say, hold on a minute, these people are not, this is not support. I'm supporting Catherine, and I'm telling you now, where's her food, where's her water, where's to make sure the house is locked up? Has she got everything she needs while she's holding herself ransom and hostage in the house? Does she need anything? Would she like us to get her a packet? I don't know. Does she still smoke? Does she have any idea? Is she okay? I know this woman's really quite sane. And she's left there with what? A crazy person who's got the fucking goddamn washing on again, who's puked her ring up this morning at 4:30 in the morning because she's been sleeping with a B-Rain, who's been sent by the church from Manchester. The Manchester ones are the ones with the Masons who put in the prison service, prison guards put under his cell my documents and my things. He's read them and then they let him out. He was a highly Alan, he was called. Been on my DMs, it's in my basket, and it's all logged on my AI. The whole call was recorded, by the way. And what that would mean is that there's corrupt police officers flashing things under the cells, sending violent sending violent criminals to come and kill me and entrap me again. Now that's a problem in your system. I'm not mentally ill, you've got a problem. Do you want me to keep exposing this, or are you going to actually do your jobs? I can go on forever, mate. I've got nothing else to do. God's blessed me with time. And she's cleaning this fucking house again. Trying to do voodoo. Oh, change everything around. It's okay. It's not going to work. This woman, Catherine Alexander, I'm talking about myself in a past tense as if I'm a support worker, because she needs somebody to support her. And I'm telling you now, as a support worker, this woman's been mentally, physically abused and spiritually attacked while she's living in this property. I think something needs to be done about that, because she's a very powerful lady, and it's like, well, money talks, doesn't it? And basically you're like saying, I'm Princess Diana locked up in a house saying she's fucking crazy, when really they're trying to kill her. They're trying to kill her. They are trying to kill her. That would be my support workers report on the sly judge, just coming in to say that this woman has been mentally and physically and spiritually abused. Again, they've done this since she was a child. Do you want to see the files of who she really is? Who her father is? What happened to her as a child? I don't know how she's still alive. She's a miracle walking. If you don't believe there's a God, when you find out who this woman is and what she is and what she's gone through, you're gonna know God's real, because there's no way this woman should even be breathing. Never mind standing up in strength and taking the whole world on and changing the world from my bedroom. I think we need to do something about this. Seriously, Judge, that would be my undercover support workers report, sir, because something's not right here. We need to get her out of that. I'd probably put her in that Leonardo's hotel. I'd give her our money that she's owed, because the shit is about to hit the fan on a worldwide scale. You thought Birmingham wanted attention. Birmingham's going to get all the attention it needs, but not for what we need it for, sir. This is going to go down in history, would be my advice, Judge. But again, obviously, if you want to listen to her phoning up saying that I'm crazy, I think Catherine maybe should just needs some love, actually. I think this is a terrible situation she's in, and, well, she's called her staff. I don't think you're prepared for what comes after her, but if you want to leave her in that house another night or 2-3 nights, I mean, that's up to you. I've given you my report from a real support worker who actually I'm a carer. That's my main title. I care. And if this is a dangerous game you're playing, just saying. Anyway, I'm going to go. I just thought I'd come in and give you a report from a real support worker, what I would do if I was in support of this woman. Enjoy yourself, Doctor.